What's up guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I hope you guys find really helpful. In this video I'm going to be reviewing all of my shuffling shoes. We'll go through the pros, cons, what I like, what I didn't like, all that fun stuff. So let's get started with my first pair of shoes. My Fila F13s. So this pair I bought for EDC. I had no intentions of learning how to shuffle at this point in my life. I just thought they were cute, stylish. After EDC, I was like, God, I have to learn how to shuffle, and these were just kind of the pair that I had, and I thought that they would be good. So these shoes are relatively flat. They don't have like a lot of grippy stuff on the bottom. You can see I've kind of started to wear through them, so a lot of the grip is kind of gone just because I've worn them so much. These are the shoes that I learned how to shuffle in. And then they've got a lace tie-up right here, and they've got a Velcro strap that just goes across so you can tighten it. A high-rise shoe, so they kind of come up past your ankle. I really love these shoes. These are great shoes to learn how to shuffle in. I think that flat shoes are really good for learning how to shuffle. Because they're flat, they just go on most surfaces easily and slide on most surfaces easier than other shoes, like easier than something that has like a lot of grip and texture like these Fila DISRUPTORs. There's little to no platform between your actual foot and the ground. So platform shoes have like a little chunkiness to them, so these just feel more stable. You're kind of able to grip the ground a little bit better, I guess, if that makes sense. They're really good for like glides and slides because they just are a little bit more flexible, a little bit less rigid than other shoes. The cons about them: they're good to learn in because I think they can be harder to shuffle in. Because they have less bounce, you have to work harder with your legs. So whenever my legs are feeling heavy or tired and I'm shuffling in these shoes, it just feels so much harder. So it just kind of depends on my mood. If I'm like feeling a little bit sore, a little bit tired, I won't necessarily go for these shoes. But I also do think that's another great reason why they're great to learn in. Get used to using your legs and using effort to shuffle, and then not relying on like the bounce from your shoes. And then also a con about these, I don't love the Velcro strap because if I want to tighten it like really tight, I have to like pull it all the way across, and then it's got this annoying flappy thingy, which is not like the end of the world. These are my OG shoes. I love them so much. They will always have a place in my heart. And then sizing, I am a size 7 pretty much all the time. Like obviously it varies with different brands, and in these I wear a size 7. Moving on. The next pair I bought after my Fila F13s were the shuffling shoes that everybody has, the DISRUPTORS. I did not like these shoes when I first put them on. I thought they were so clunky. They just felt like so heavy and kind of cloggy. They're definitely like a platform shoe. So when I first wore them, I felt really unstable in my shuffling, and I felt like, not that I was gonna fall over, but just it was a little bit harder to like balance myself at first. The more I wore these and the more I broke them in, the more I learned to love them. They have a lot more bounce than the flat shoes like these, which just makes things like a little bit easier. It just makes certain moves look better, like particular like cutting shapes. I think cutting shapes looks better in shoes like these. And not necessarily, that's just like a personal preference. On the opposite side of that, these aren't really good for like glides and slides and moonwalks. It just doesn't look as good. When you're sliding, you kind of have your foot like this, and that's a lot harder to do in these shoes than these shoes. Like you can see these shoes bend right here, whereas these shoes like don't really. So the glides and the slides and the moonwalking, not as good in the DISRUPTORs. It all depends on your style, I guess. I didn't like these at first, but they grew on me the more I wore them in. I liked the bounciness of them, but that took some getting used to. Another thing, I do own these in a 7, but I did not know when I bought these that they run a little bit small. It's not that they run small. I think it's because they have a narrow toe. Most people size up, which I would definitely recommend sizing half a size up. I feel it was like a little bit tight when I wore them, but it didn't feel like uncomfortable or painful. And I'd worn them for like 1 or 2 hours at a time at least, and never had any like toe pain really. But I wore them to EDC, and you know, I wore them all day for like probably 8 hours. I just remember waking up in bed and feeling my toes like throbbing. And then I looked at them and they were both blue. Honestly, they're still recovering. It's September and my toenails still aren't okay. Anyways, so long story short, size, half a size up for the Disruptors. And then the next pair of shoes that I bought is a fairly recent one, Nike Air Max 97. These came recommended by Vanessa Secco, and I love her style and I love her dancing, and she's awesome. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta try them out. I wanted to get them in all white. And so the first pair I bought was a kids size 5.5 because they don't make women's in all white. Those were way too small. I'm never buying kids shoes again. They don't fit, like they're too narrow. Anyways, I returned those, and then I found these on ASOS. They are mostly all white, but they have like a little bit of black detail, which I kind of like. And I bought these in a 7.5 because everyone said that the Nike shoes kind of run small. I could definitely wear a 7, but the 7.5s I think are probably better. There's like a little bit of room at the end, but I don't want another fiasco like my Disruptors, so 7.5 is fine. But you probably could go for the 7, but you'd probably also be safe sizing half a size up. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of depends on your preference for shoe, but I have about like a thumb width to the toe. Enough about sizing. I did not like these shoes at first. I wasn't sold on them. They felt super stiff. The thing I'm noticing now, the more I do this and the more I buy new shoes, is that you just gotta break them in and you gotta give them a chance first. Don't like judge them off of one wear. Because I didn't like my Disruptors the first time I wore them, and I didn't like these the first time I wear them, and now I love these. I love them, love them, love them. So, pros of these, like the Disruptors, they are bouncy, and they do have a little bit of a platform. They are a little bit more flat on the bottom. They're not completely flat like these. As you can see, they have like this clear cushion thing here on the toe. There is so much support right here, like it's pretty rock solid, which makes it super good for like any sort of toe moves, you know, whether that's cutting shapes or whatever. It feels super supportive, like on the balls of your feet, I guess is a better way to say it. So like right here. I really like that feature about them. I like that they're bouncy. They did take some wearing in time and getting used to. Cons, they're expensive. I could buy both of these pairs probably for less than I bought these pairs. So, and the last pair I literally just bought on Poshmark, and they are a pair that like a lot of shufflers have. These are the Adidas Raleigh? Raleighes? They're very similar to the Fila F13s. I just kind of wanted another flat shoe. I thought about getting Vans. I still might get Vans. I wanted to try these because what I like about these is they're similar to the F13s, but they don't have the Velcro strap. They just tie on top. They feel a little bit stiff right now. I'm like not sold on them right now, but again, I think they just need some wearing in. All the same pros about the F13s that I would probably say about these, but I will say these do seem to be a little bit more bouncy than my Fila F13s, just like from first glance. But again, I don't know, I haven't shuffled in them very much, just like once. But I did want to mention them because they are pretty popular with a lot of other people. But I'm pretty sure these are discontinued. That's why I got them on Poshmark used. And I wear these in a size 7 as well. So these are all of my shuffling shoes right now. They're all white, as you can tell. Some are cleaner than others. That's just how white shoes go. I don't really have a favorite. I do like have favorites at different times. So like right now my favorites are probably the Nikes. Other times my favorites are my Filas. You know, it just kind of comes and goes in waves depending on how I'm feeling, what my like style is right then. They do all have their pros and cons. Like I said, if you're just starting out learning, some flat shoes like the Fila F13s are great learning shoes, I think. Especially because they're relatively lightweight. Lightweight, flat shoes I would recommend if you're just a beginner shuffler. Otherwise, I really like my bouncy shoes for just like learning new moves and doing cool new things. And also when I'm feeling, my legs are feeling a little bit dead, I like wearing my bouncy shoes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. See ya later.